Howdy folks, Kathy Williams-DeVries here, bringing you the Trinity Guildhall scale requirements for grade 6. I'm basically going off this technique book that's provided by Trinity College London. The scales for both clarinet and jazz clarinet, because I feel that the scales in jazz clarinet are equally applicable to normal clarinet, especially when you're playing pieces in the jazz idiom. What we have is 3 octaves E major, 2.5 octaves A major, B flat, E flat, D flat, 2 octaves, E minor, 3 octaves, F minor, 2.5 octaves, then you've got 2 octaves of C, C sharp and G sharp. Please note that you do the harmonic and melodic by grade 6. Chromatic scale starting on E, 3 octaves, and the whole tone scale starting on G, 2 octaves. It's the first time we've brought the whole tone scale in. We then have arpeggios, E, A, B flat, E flat, D flat, E minor, F minor, C, C sharp, G sharp, dominant 7th in the key of A, diminished 7th in the key of E, and then your jazz stuff, major scale, major 7th arpeggio, the tonal centre of either C sharp, D flat and G. So we've got a fair amount to cover. So I'm just going to basically work through the book. So we've got, we start with the C harmonic and melodic minor scale 2 octaves and the C minor arpeggio. We did those in grade 5. So I'll play them through. This is the speed you must be playing at by the time you get to grade 6. So that's C minor harmonic, C minor melodic. And the C minor arpeggio, note that you will need to use the left-handed C. Okay, so there, as per grade 5, if you need to have a look at fingerings and that sort of thing, go back to the grade 5 video. Now we come to one of the nastier scales, D flat major scale. So we've got 5 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat and G flat, which is also the same as F sharp. Now you can take each 4 notes of this scale and find something technical to work on. Now there's only one E flat you can use because you're using this D flat. The G flat, I would recommend that you play as the side F sharp, simply because we're going from F to G flat, and there's not too much drama to go from the side fingering to the A flat. So you're the first 4 notes. Now as we get, and you can also play with the throat tone. Now you need to use the right hand C, left hand D flat so you can get to the E flat. May I suggest that in the upper G flat, going from the F to the G flat, you use the banana key forked fingering. Now you can cheat a little bit when you get up to the top D flat. You can of course play it out, although at the speed you're taking it you can use the side C sharp. So if I go through the D flat major scale, just have a look at my fingerings. Okay, so the D flat major arpeggio 2 octaves is very much like the C sharp minor, except that you've got an F natural or an E sharp, depending on, because D flat can also be seen as a C sharp scale. Important to learn both ways actually, just so that it helps you when you are sight reading. No real dramas. May I suggest that you practice going between the A flat and the D flat very slowly. Because that's quite a difficult little cross fingering. We also have the D flat major 7th arpeggio 2 octaves for the jazz guys, but equally valid for the classical guys. May I suggest that you coordinate between the D flat and the F. Notice I'm using the left hand D flat so I can use the right hand C. Make sure you coordinate that, and also the A flat to the F. Now more for the jazz guys, the Dorian Scale on C sharp D flat 2 octaves, written out in this book as on C sharp. Note that you can only use one D sharp, and we're also using right hand B, left hand C sharp to get to the right hand D sharp. You might want to practice that a few times to get the fingers going. So we also have the C sharp minor 7th arpeggio, 2 octaves. Try and get the fingers coordinated between the top notes. So that for the jazz boys, we've also got the Mixolydian Scale, this time on D flat. Note that a C flat is actually a B natural. Again, same fingering, right hand B, right hand C flat, left hand D flat to get to the right hand E flat, side C flat, side G flat. So that let's try that again. And of course, going from the F to the G flat higher up, also use that banana key forked fingering. D flat major arpeggio with the lowered 7th, which is a D flat 7th. C flat, of course, being B. Use the right hand B to get to the left hand D flat. And then you've got the pentatonic note. Use the left hand D flat to get to the right hand E flat. And you may want to coordinate the fingers between the top B flat to D flat. But of course you also find that in the D minor scale. So you may want to practice those top 3 notes, because you need to play them. And we've got the C sharp pentatonic. As per grade 5, you have the C sharp harmonic minor, melodic minor, and C sharp minor arpeggio. So the harmonic. C sharp minor melodic scale, melodic. And the C sharp minor arpeggio. Again, you might want to coordinate between the G sharp and the C sharp. Right, now these next few scales are for the jazz guys, but I do highly recommend that you try them. Okay, so this is a C sharp jazz melodic minor scale, which is where they have the sharp and 6th and 7th on the way up and way down. So, B sharp, of course, being C natural, and you use the right hand in order to get to the left hand D sharp, a right hand D sharp. So, and you've got the C sharp minor arpeggio at the major 7th. I used two different fingerings there. I almost prefer to use the left hand B sharp because it's easy to go from the C sharp to the E if it's all in one hand rather than if you're fiddling around with two hands. And then you have the chromatic on C sharp, 2 octaves. If you like, you can fake that top C sharp with the side key again, if you're doing it fast enough. This is as fast as you're meant to do it. You've got the blues scale on C sharp, 2 octaves. Note that an F double sharp is a G. You may want to coordinate those. So notice I jazzed up the rhythm there. Diminished 7th on C sharp, D flat. Again, you've got that difficult B flat to C sharp. Practice that a few times. So, note that I wouldn't recommend using the long B flat. Of course, you've got E flat major scale, 3 flats. We did this in grade 5. And of course, the arpeggio. And as I said in grade 5, you may want to practice going from B flat to E flat. Because that's quite difficult. Right, now we come to our first 3 octave scale, E major scale. Now I'm going to go through the top octaves slowly with you, so that we can probably manage quite easily up to the C sharp. Now we go B to C sharp. Notice that my finger is not on the E flat key, but it has to go down there for the D sharp to E. So I recommend that you practice that slowly, especially going from the C sharp to the D sharp. So that the whole scale, remembering your previous grades as to which fingering you're using. major arpeggio 3 octaves, remembering to use the left-handed E to get to the G sharp. And may I suggest you practice the top octave on its own, especially the B to the E, so that you get a really smooth. So that it becomes. And while we're here, let's do the E minor arpeggio, same as the E, except a G natural, and you can use whichever low E you like. Now the E harmonic minor, there's only one D sharp you can use because you're coming from the C. Let's have a look at the top octave. So fairly straightforward to the B. Right, so we go C, D sharp, same fingering to the E, D sharp, C. And note that you need to use the left hand lower C to get to the D sharp. So, now with the melodic minor scale in the top octaves, you've got the C sharp again. So same as in the E major. But your flats on the way down, sorry, you're naturalised on the way down. So that it becomes. We've got the chromatic scale. I think we're probably fine up until with the C. Let me go through the fingerings you will need for the top notes. So I think from previous scales we've learnt that the F sharp forked fingering. Now, upper octaves. Note that I took the E flat key off for the C sharp, otherwise it is way too sharp. So you may want to practice that top bit just on its own. So that the entire scale, 3 octaves. Use side key F sharps, forked fingerings. Now you have the diminished 7th on E 2 octaves as per grade 5. Why they don't just have it 3 octaves as per the other, I have no idea. Right, F harmonic minor scale 2.5 octaves. Pretty much same diff as the last grade. As I say, if you're unsure about any of these fingerings, do go back to grade 5. I just don't think it's worth my while repeating all this stuff. Now you may want to practice the upper few notes going from the A flat to the B flat to the C. and that's and of course the normal stuff about coordinating between the E flat and the F and the B flat and the A flat. So and same diff with the melodic minor scale. And the F minor arpeggio, same diff, use the left hand F for the right hand A flat. Right, we've got the G major scale going two and a half octaves. You may want to practice the last few notes to get a really smooth C to D. So G major scale. That really smooth. G major 7th arpeggio for the jazz guys, 2 octaves. So that's pretty straightforward. Right, what else have we got? All for the jazz guy, the Dorian scale on G and 2 octaves, pretty easy, only a B flat in it. A note lower and you've got an F major scale. Similarly with the G minor 7th arpeggio, it's got 2 flats, you only really need to worry about the one. And then the Mixolydian scale on G, this is in its natural form, because Mixolydian starts on the G. The G major arpeggio at the lowered 7th, which is a G 7th, 2 octaves for the jazz guys. And the G pentatonic, more for the jazz guys. And the minor scale pentatonic for the jazz guys. Now you've got your G melodic minor scale as per grade 2. And a bit more for the jazz guys, the G jazz melodic minor scale, which of course is the same going up as on the way down. You've got an E natural and an F sharp. And the G minor arpeggio at the major 7th. It doesn't say that's for jazz guys, it's obviously for the regular guys. And then you got your chromatic starting on G2 octaves. Remember the fork fingering for the B natural and F sharp and the side F sharp fingering. But otherwise it's pretty straightforward. And then the blues scale on G, I'll swing it a little bit. You've also got the diminished 7th arpeggio in G 2 octaves as per grade 5. Now you've also got a whole tone scale. A whole tone scale is exactly what it sounds like. Instead of the 3 tones, semitone, etc., or 2 tones. 2 tones, semitones, 3 tones, semitones, it's all whole tones, and there's actually less notes in the scale because of that. So we're going C sharp to D sharp to E sharp. Now the only D sharp you can use is this one. Remember, an E sharp's an F. So good thing about the whole tone scale is there's only 2 of them, a semitone apart. Right, now we have the G minor scales. So we're in 5 sharps here. We've got an A sharp happening. So from the A sharp to the B natural, of course, use the forked fingering. And that's the only place for the forked fingering because you've got an F sharp, F double sharp. So it would be, and remember that you need to use the right hand B, C sharp, D sharp, as per previous video. So you may want to coordinate. And then the melodic minor scale, you don't need to use the side F sharp, there isn't one, but use the forked B natural. And then the G minor arpeggio, you will need to use this B and this D sharp to get to the G sharp. And note you can only use one D sharp. A major scale, 2.5 octaves, no dramas there. A major arpeggio, you may want to practice the top octave. To get a really good legato through there. Otherwise it's pretty straightforward. So C sharp to E, make sure that then you take off the E, take off that key for the C sharp. So okay, are we nearly there? Oh good, yeah, we're nearly there, folks. That's a real workout. These scales. I find it a pity that they also don't do scales in thirds. You know, they're very useful as well. But they're not in the Trinity syllabus. Although if you follow my other series of videos on scales, I do follow the bare minor thirds. Okay, dominant 7th in the key of A, starting on an E. All you need to remember is left hand E for the G sharp, left hand B for the D sharp. So well, there's no D sharp, of course. Okay, B major scale. You may want to take it to bits. The first 5 notes. Note C sharp to D sharp, you can only use the one D sharp. Coordinate the D sharp to the E. Now you might want to take this bit out as well. just to get used to the fingerings. Right hand B, left hand C sharp to D sharp, and you may want to practice the top too. And maybe just and then completely. And then the B major arpeggio, there's only one D sharp you can use, and coordinate between that. And also up top, to get them really smooth so that you come out with okay, so we're almost there. This is grade 6 scales. Please join me for grade 7 and of course 8. I do intend to do the full set of these, and you will be able to find all of these on my webpage www.kathywilliams76.com, and look at Trinity Guildhall Scales tab. So thanks for listening, and bye for now.